What's up everybody and welcome to the channel. In today's video we are sitting in the all-new Lincoln Navigator and we're going to take a look at the multimedia screen and screens that you get in this car. We have a 48-inch wraparound display up on the dash as well as an 11.1-inch display down here, and the rear passenger even has a small screen. So with that said, let's go ahead, fire it up. You can see everything turning on, and we have some chimes that will turn on as well. So from here, let's get right into the main small screen and then get to this massive screen up above. So like any typical car, we're going to get a nice multimedia screen right in the center that kind of gives you all the basics. I do have Apple CarPlay up with all of your simple apps, so it's really simple as you would expect. We have that icon, you can go back and forth between the two. So home icon, that is going to give us to the screen where you're going to have audio, you have your phone, you also have your driver. Then if you tap this car icon, you get a lot of the basic controls. So drive modes is going to be right through here. We have all these that are going to turn on. It even pops up on the screen in the center when you change the different drive modes as well. You can see that popping up, and then we have different drive modes for different circumstances. So back out of that, you're going to see traction control on and off. We have driver memory right here to save how you have your seat. Next up, we have the seats. So there are going to be typical controls down here to make your adjustments. However, to further the adjustments, we have all this. We can move the second row. You can see the depiction right there. We can also move the front passenger seat forwards and back. So pretty cool to see as I make that adjustment. You can see that as well forwards and back. So you can get that seat out of the way from the driver's perspective. And then right here is where we can do all of our different controls. We have massage, the seat, and the headrest. Now all those little dots are the different adjustments. So basically you can either tap them or just use the arrow and you can go through everything. Now if I tap this one all the way up and this one all the way down, as you can tell, the seat gets a little cockeyed like that. So we have those crazy leg rests, which is a cool way to have a really comfortable design. And then of course we can pull out our lower back area, the middle, the upper, and then even this way upper section, you can make that go up and back. So lots of different controls. Headrest, you can make it go up, down, and forwards and back. Passenger, of course, will be able to do the same thing if somebody is sitting there. So backing out of there, we now have brightness for the screen, valet mode, different settings you're able to go through, kind of all of your typical stuff you would expect, driver's assistance, sound, and things like that. For vehicle status, we can go in here, tire pressure and oil life. We have digital scent, there's lighting, parental controls, downhill assist, auto hold. You can also open the split tailgate, the upper section, or the top and the bottom. So that's basically everything that's going to be in that car icon. Next up, we have the apps. So we have a lot of Google integration, your audio, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, software updates. We have towing in here you can go into, adding a trailer, customizing that using the Pro Trailer, which we do have a separate video on our channel all about that. And then back into here, hotspot, more Google things, and then we have YouTube and Android Auto. Lastly, we have this icon right here, which is actually going to configure everything you see on the right side of the screen. So basically we have 3 sections up there, and the way you configure it, you just kind of drag and drop, just like you would expect. So really whatever you want to see, it is going to do that. So from here, if I want trip 1 over here, changing that up, fuel economy, compass, and whatever you'd like. So really nice to be able to have that. We're just going to stick with, let's see, trip information, and then let's just have the clock as well. But as you can see, you have all that in a nice depiction. And then Apple CarPlay audio is up on that side as well. Climate control is always integrated all down below. Now here's one thing that is a little overcomplicated. This is a $130,000 SUV. Of course, they got to throw in some crazy tech. Your air vents, I cannot manually adjust them. However, when I go into here, I have to do it with this digital screen. So as you can tell, everything moves as I move my finger around. So again, a little bit of an overcomplicated design to automatically configure where you want the air to go, but it does give you easy access to at least adjust those ones. So that's how you adjust your airflow. You have a couple different body ventilation designs, so kind of presets, which I guess is actually kind of a nice way to do it. And then we have your different zones over here. There's gonna be fan speed right in the center, super simple. Front and rear air, so we have front Then going into the rear, I can adjust their fan speed, temperature as well. And then we have our temperature down here, heated, ventilated seats, as well as your steering wheel control. So overall, it's not complicated, just has all the basic information, just a little bit fancier design to maneuver these in the exact position you'd like it. And that is basically everything for the screen. Drive select is all down here. So if I go into reverse, tapping that button, you're gonna see a couple different icons all down below, and then you can change different views as well. Trailer hitch, trailer, things like that. Now that camera is gonna all come up right here. So as I change the views on the screen that you just saw, you can see how these are all maneuvering differently. So yeah, the top-down view, the typical one, as well as a nice 360 with all that information. And then with the plus and minuses, if we go ahead and toggle them, you can see how it kind of zoomed over to the left and to the right as I toggle those icons. So basically, that is just me tapping these icons. You can see everything go. Now, with all that, that is the camera system. If you use your turn signals, you are going to get the cameras up in the upper left screen. So nice design to see all that. And that, I guess, is basically everything on this. Now, from here, the left part of the screen, there's basically this section and then this section. But you're going to have the built-in navigation over here, and then we have kind of your typical stuff. We have the fuel and range, speed limit sign, there's a tack, which I guess only happens in dry, but it's this icon right here. It will go up to the other side of the mountain when you are driving. We have your drive mode up above, and then park, reverse, neutral, and then some more vitals up above. So not all too bad, pretty simple. Now with the screen, you have some controls on the steering wheel. It doesn't look like there's any. However, once I just touch them, you can see how it comes up on the screen. So from here, we now have, as I put my finger on it, we can tap the top left corner. That's how you adjust your steering wheel. So with that, so that is adjusting the steering wheel in and out. And then we just back out of there, and then I can tap this one to adjust my mirror now. And then we can back out of there. Other mirror, pedals you can adjust in and out. And then we can also fold the mirrors by just pressing that button once. So a little interesting, you do get used to it. It's really not all that bad. When you're not on that menu, you're gonna see the volume and some radio icons. So volume up and down, and basically wherever you put your finger is what it does. Other side, we have cruise control that'll come up. So same sort of deal, you just kind of touch your finger on it and that all will come up. Now before we hop into the back seat, there is one more neat feature with all of this screen. So if you go to the little apps icon and you hit Rejuvenate, you can now turn all these screens and do something, I guess, very peaceful. So right now we have the Aurora Borealis. So the northern lights, as you can tell, is playing on the upper screen. And then we have this one with the elements. So looks like we just have some water droplets and things like that playing on that screen. And then we have the waterfall meditation. Super 4K HD graphics. Let's see when I hit preview. So basically, it's going to say fully reclined seats, steering wheel moves away, the cabin temperature is going to change. We have the heated or cooled seats will do their thing, the sense will play, all that sort of thing. So basically you can do that, and I guess it puts you in kind of a relaxing state with this car. So just a close-up once again, and of course imagine reclining all the way, I guess just listening to some songs, smelling some scents, and just kind of using this to relax a little bit while you're in your car. Definitely gimmicky, of course. I'm curious who would actually use it. Would anybody actually use these? Maybe you're waiting in the carpool line or something, just a good way to de-stress for 5 minutes maybe. Curious again if anyone actually does that. But from here, let's move on to the second row now. So second row now, in the back of the Navigator, you are gonna get power seats as well, that I can make all the basic maneuvers, forwards, back, and recline. Now, we have the panoramic sunroof, and there is gonna be a button right here to where you can actually open and close it. So very easily, I can do that from the second row, which is a really good touch. Now, screen-wise, we actually have 3 screens back here. There are TV screens right here, of course, right there. They're all integrated into the backs. You can get some basic things like some streaming services on here. Now from here is your typical screen for the second row. So we got a clock, and then when we tap it, we now have this information. So still have a time. We have seats as well. So we have our adjustments we can configure. So we can very easily adjust your lumbar support. You can see the animation there. We have the other one and the lower one. So basically all of your back sections you can push forwards and back. And of course left side and right side, you can make that adjustment. From here you have the massage we can turn on and off. So left side and right side, and we have a couple different ones that will turn on. Back to the home icon, go back into seats. Not really a back button it seems. You have to go back to home every time. Into massage, but see, yeah, we gotta go back to home every time to get back here. We have the heated and cooled. You can obviously turn that on and off. And then back into seats again, we have chauffeur, to where I can actually maneuver that passenger seat out of the way. So once again, I can just take this and get that out of the way, which is a really cool touch, especially maybe if you're just dialing in the car seat or something. You know, I can get this set without having to jump out of the car and get everything good. So that is a pretty cool touch to have that access from back here. We also have audio information, so we're able to make some adjustments here. We have our source, so we have the Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Let's see if there is CarPlay. Going back in there, source, there we go. So Apple CarPlay. So that is actually really neat. So I'm able to make the adjustments down here for all the audio that is playing up on the front. So that'll be fun as we take this on a road trip, how well my wife can be the DJ. So we also have climate, of course. You have your fan speed you can adjust, your up and down zone, temperature as well. As far as air vents, it looks like we really only have the ceiling mounted ones. So we have air vents up here, we have speakers, dome lights, and hooks. And then for the back, we're also gonna get air vents up above, which I don't mind that there's only two, at least they are in the ceiling, which is probably the best spot for them, but kind of odd that there's none down there or on the pillar. Next up, back to home, we have air quality. So you can kind of just view that. And then we have lighting as well. So we got a little bit of ambient lighting you can make brighter, change the color, and things like that. And that is about everything on the back screen. Display off, brightness, calm screen, auto brightness. And then last couple little bits of tech. Opening this up, we have wireless phone charging. There is wireless phone charging in the same left side, same design as what you're gonna get in the back. And then that is basically everything for all the screens that are gonna come in the newest Lincoln Navigator. It is interesting to have that 48-inch TV screen basically in a car. It's basically the whole dashboard. You see it on the Escalade. Now the Ford Expedition, which is kind of the more relaxed version of a Lincoln Navigator, has half that screen basically. It's overall cool, however, a lot of it definitely might be a little overkill given just a lot of fancy gimmicky tech. So it depends on who likes it. I'm not really a tech person, but overall that is how it all works. That's how it looks. And it's pretty unique for sure, definitely a conversation starter, and it makes this car definitely stand out. So comment below, do you like Lincoln's massive screen? Do you think that is a cool trend for these expensive luxury SUVs? Comment below your thoughts. And then with all the screens, front, rear, TVs, all that, you think this is a nice setup for a six-figure luxury SUV. That is it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. See you guys in the next video.